Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is not quite November yet, but I do have all of my calculations in for my debt totals. So this video is going to be all of my updated debt totals going into the month of November. So for the budget, I am using my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. And so I'm going to open to November. This is my monthly overview spread. We'll just flip past my budget and my sinking funds and whatnot to my November debt totals page. So I always like to do the debt totals on the very last page. So if I go back here, you have the monthly spread, and then I always do my monthly budget right here. So this is November's budget, sinking funds, debt tracker, transaction log, weekly check-in, and then the fifth page that would be right before the next month is where I do my updated debt totals. So I have all the stickers laid out already just to save a little bit of time. So what I'm going to go through here, I'm going to go and list all of my 5 debts and then what the current amount is as we're going into the month of November. I will then total those debt accounts up and then take that, subtract it from what my debt totals were going into the month of October, and we will right here write out how much debt I paid off from October to November, or basically in the month of October. Now I will say I do have my debt snowball from the month of October, so all of my combined extra money throughout the month. I do have that I have not paid towards debt yet. So this one is not going to be a super high amount that went towards debt, but within the next few days I am going to make that additional large snowball payment towards one or multiple debt accounts, and then when I do my December updated debt totals, you will see that reflected in those amounts. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that because I have not done that. And I actually even thought about filming myself while I was making those extra debt snowball payments, just so you guys can see exactly how much I'm throwing towards those debt accounts. I mean, it's a pretty big amount and I'm pretty excited about it. So I thought I would film it not only for you guys to see, but also so I can watch them and kind of get my motivation and inspiration going if I'm at a time where I feel like I want to go shopping and, use that debt snowball money for something else and not for debt. I can go back and watch that video and just kind of get me back on track and keep me motivated to what I am supposed to be doing, which is paying off my debt. So I'm going to go ahead and begin here. I'm going to list these least amount to greatest amount. So we are going to start with Kohl's. So Kohl's is my smallest debt account to date. And the total for Kohl's going into the month of November is $576.23. And then the next smallest account would be PayPal. And PayPal going into November is at $851.39. So I have these two, which are not huge amounts by any mean, but then my debt kind of leaps up from there and gets into higher $1,000 amounts. So the next one on the list would be Capital One. So Capital One currently is at $4,045.62. And then next we have One Main. And this one jumps up again. This one is at $8,000 $121.03. And then we take a huge leap up to my car payment. But I am so excited about this one because obviously it's still high. However, it is no longer in the 30,000s, it's now in the 20,000s. So I could not be more happy about that. So the grand total right now for my car is $29,682.48. So I know that's a big amount, but like I said, I am now not in the 30,000s anymore. I'm in the 20,000s. So every little step like that, it's a baby step, it's a mile marker, and I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. It's peeking through a crack. Okay, so also with my car, I've said this in a past video, but I know Dave Ramsey would suggest selling that car and then getting something that would have either no payment or a less monthly payment. However, I am upside down on my car loan, so technically it right now for me financially doesn't make sense for me to sell it or trade it in or anything like that. After I get all of these other 4 debt accounts paid off, I will then start throwing all of the extra money that I had going to these accounts toward my car payment in a debt snowball, and then kind of depending on how far I get it down, maybe to an attainable rate or an attainable amount where I'm not so upside down, I will then trade it off to get something that has a less monthly payment. But until then, I'm going to keep the car, continue making the minimum payment on it while I pay off the rest of these debts. So that is what I am doing with the car. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all of these amounts up so I can see where I am at currently right now as we speak for my total debt. Alright, so we're going to add these up. So I'm going to start with Kohl's. So we have $576.23 plus PayPal, which is $851.39. Plus Capital One, which is $4,045.62, plus One Main, which is $8,121.03, plus the last one, which is the big one, is $29,682.48. So our grand total for my current amount of debt that is owed is $43,276.75. So I am just going to write that number right in here. So $43,276.75. So we're still in the 40,000s, but hopefully within the next maybe month, probably going into December or maybe even possibly January, I will be no longer in the 40,000s and will be down in the next bracket down, which would be the 30,000. So that will be very exciting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look back at my October debt total, which again, it is the page right before November in my budget book. And my total debt was $43,898. I'm gonna figure this out on my calculator while I'm here. So that means, so if we took that amount and subtract it from this amount right here, this is what we get. So in the month of October, I paid $621.25 towards debt. Now again, that does not seem like a huge amount, but I have a very large snowball payment coming, but I had to wait until the rest of my income sources were finalized for October before I could do that. So I'm not going to do it for a few days, which will be then in November. So then when I come back to do my December debt totals, that Snowball payment will be reflected in those totals, and you will see this number go down drastically. So, or at least I hope, as long as everything works out like I plan them to, or like I kind of have figured out them to, that is what the goal is. So I'm just going to write this amount here in this little header sticker. So what we paid off from last month is $621.25. And then, like I said, I'm going to be making that additional debt snowball payment, and kind of a sneak peek hint for you guys, I'm actually putting it towards multiple debt payments. So if you know anything about debt snowball, you know that you pay the least amount first, so that might give you an indication of what my plans are with a few of these debts. So that'll be coming within the next few days. I will go ahead and film that as I pay those extra debt snowballs online. I will obviously blur out any personal information, but I just think that would be a really fun video to film and to upload, and to not only for myself to go back on and look at when I need a little inspiration and motivation in my debt-free journey, but also for you guys to see just the kind of excitement that I will have with paying off that debt. I mean, it's always hard to throw a big chunk of money at debt when you could go purchase something fun, but it is motivating to be able to pay off the debt. And then also, for those that didn't watch this video, I have to find where I put them at, right here. I have these debt progress trackers, so I will be updating these as well here. I'll probably upload that video within the next few days. So I'm going to color in my total debt tracker here in my mason jar. So mine goes all the way up to $44,000 because that's where I started at when I started this tracker, which was basically the beginning of October. Each line for me is $1,000, and then the bigger lines are each increments of $4,000. So I will go ahead and color in this for the month of October going into November, and then I will do my individual debt trackers. So I have Kohl's here, PayPal, and then Capital One, OneMain, and my car payment, and each square represents a certain amount, so they're all different. So I will go ahead and color those in with what I have paid off in the month of October as well. So I will be uploading that video probably within a few days, so stay tuned for that. If you're interested in any of these stickers here, just check out my Etsy shop, which the link is in the description below. You can find those there. These are a super fun and creative way to track your debt payoff and make it a little bit more fun to track when you get to color in the squares to see, you know, how close you are. So you're kind of snaking your way to that end total debt, and then to be able to check it off with the paid and the date. So if you're interested, go check that out. But I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys like this one. Please like, comment if you'd like, if you have any questions at all, and subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you as a subscriber, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!